Hey folks, it's yours truly, Rob Pratt. We have arrived at Alex Sebastian Jr.'s Thursdays in Bridgewater. Come on in. You know, this is one of the most historic bars in and around our region as far as the architectural design. Right next to the CSX railroad tracks, and of course that legendary bridge that brought all of the coal from the mines in West Virginia to help fuel the steel mills during World War II. That landmark has been around since 1911, and right along the beautiful Ohio River, my good friend C.J. Betters is, well folks, putting something up that is going to be incredible as far as wonderful living, and you've got to see it to believe it, and he is definitely helping this region move forward. Absolutely love what he does at C.J. Better Enterprises. Come on in. Now, you know, the Sebastian family has been friends of mine for a very long time, and Alex Sr., of course, is a legend when it comes to knowing wine and the Wooden Angel. And many of my friends and family have been acquaintances of his and Alex Jr. for years, like Bruce Reed, longtime friend of Brewster's, and many others. It's that gathering place, and just about every celebration I've ever had with my family, it was always at the Wooden Angel. And his son, big part of really the restaurant business in this region as well. And putting his, well, thumbprint on this place, you know it is going to soar. Beaver County boom will be here before you know it because of the great work of Dr. George Zambelli and others. We have that wonderful fireworks celebration over the 4th of July. You won't find it any better at the confluence of the Beaver and Ohio rivers. But take a look at the dining room in here. Okay, this is just before the dinner rush. There you go. All right, and up here, take a shot up here, Eric. Take a walk up there. Great bar. Wonderful bar. Getting ready for their big Cinco de Mayo party. And of course, you can check out all your favorite spots on that giant HD TV. And when it comes to fine wine and spirits, listen, they know exactly what they're doing. I want to just remind you, Wednesday, open stage at 7:30, and then of course Cinco de Mayo celebration coming this week, and you've got Kevin Anderson at 8 o'clock on Saturday. Now, all sorts of draft specials, wonderful drink specials. Always remind you to be responsible in the valley. Grab a cab, or even Uber has rolled into Beaver County. And I tell you, every time I come here, I always think about kind of like being at the islands, you know, even though it's not the Pacific and it's not the Atlantic, it's not the Caribbean, but it is Beaver County, and I love the Ohio River, and I love the Beaver River, and you got all the boating and all the things that are happening in this region now. It's absolutely incredible, and it just continues to build, and you have seen so much happen as far as development in this region, and it's only getting better, of course, with this Shell petrochemical plant. Billions being invested. Lots of folks are going to be moving into this region. New home construction. You can talk to anybody in the real estate industry and they will be the first to tell you real estate has never been better in Beaver County. My good friend Bob Garvin, of course, from Berkshire Hathaway, and the president and owner of that company, that franchise in the great state, my buddy Ron Krausser, they will tell you that this place is on the move as far as our region, and to have this place with that young man Alex Sebastian Jr. and his ability, it's going to be great, great, great. And don't forget, again, Cinco de Mayo coming up this week. So before we head out to the beautiful patio, of course, where all the live music takes place, I want to get you caught up a little bit as far as what happened in the way of baseball today. So what we're going to do, we're going to tell you a little bit about the Pirates, and we're going to roll outside and get you ready for the fastest 2 minutes in sports. It's the duel, the 2 minutes, and it is the 143rd running of the Kentucky Derby. Ivan Nova, who's been one of the hottest pitchers in the game of late, well, he got shut down today, and after retiring the first 9 of 10 batters, he ended up losing today, as well as the Pirates did 4-2 to Cincinnati. They return home tomorrow night to begin a weekend series at PNC Park with the Milwaukee Brewers. And guess what night it is tomorrow? Zambelli Fireworks. So that'll be happening at PNC Park. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS to get your tickets and spend the weekend with the Pirates and Milwaukee Brewers. And again, Zambelli Fireworks. Pirates losers today to Cincinnati. And now, of course, back at it tomorrow night. You can hear all the action on 93.7 The Fan. Now, Dave Pasquale, Alex Sebastian Jr. out on the patio. Let's go talk to them right now. Here we are, folks, outside. Look at this bar. There ain't a tiki bar up and down the East Coast that has anything on this. It is Alex Sebastian Jr.'s. It's Thursdays, and it's got his name on it, and you know it's going to be an exciting summer, and we're all getting revved up. And I talked about Beaver County boom on the inside, and about some of the people that, like me, have just waited for such a long time to see a little new blood, and you are the young blood that is the Sebastian family. Let's talk about your father, Alex, of course, and what he's meant to your legacy.
Sure. So, you know, obviously, I'm not here without my dad. Right?
Literally.
And my grandfather.
Yep.
And my grandmother. Right? That's why we're here, Rob.
Hey, so, I want to talk about why this place. What made you decide to jump into the business in a different genre compared to what you were used to with the Wooden Angel?
Well, I'm still there, and it is, you know, I'm still at the Angel, and I'm still working in the business But this place has been here for 30 years, and it just needed some new blood, like you just said.
It
needed influence. Right?
Dave, it's a great location. You're all about real estate. This is prime real estate.
Sure is. You know, especially with what's going on around the area. I think Alex has made a great move, and on top of what's happened at the Wooden Angel since 1968, I think this is perfect for you and your family. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dave.
Listen, I talked about the inside and everything you got going on, even your Cinco de Mayo party and draft specials and fine wine and spirits and dining and all of that. But what do you envision this place being? Obviously, live music is key. The youth of this region have grown up here, but what do you envision this place
Well,
to
sure.
be?
You know, this place is going to be fantastic. It's going to be a place where you can come here at 21, you can come here at 75. And we're going to have live music, we're going to have a live entertainment specials. It's going to be wonderful. It's a venue unlike any other. Look how big this place is.
I know.
You saw how size. It's huge. It's
Hey,
4,000 square feet outside.
But one thing you can't lose sight of, you're only as good as that last meal. So food is everything, food and beverage. I know.
Right. So we brought Jason Benghazi from Biba and Beaver Inn. He's doing our menu, whole new menu, chef-driven menu. What does that mean?
It's all good.
Right?
It's all good. Eddie Shewalk, of course, doing what he does.
Absolutely.
He's the best, keeping it real, keeping it local.
The drafts are fun.
Yeah, I know, man. There's so many micro brews and just craft beers. Just, again, tell the folks why they need to at least come down if you haven't been here a while, because when you see even what he's done in a short time, especially outside, you're going to want to come back for more.
Well, if you haven't been here, the menu is completely different, right? So it's a chef-driven menu, some great, fantastic sandwiches, wonderful menu, fantastic burgers. But our draft specials now. Everybody wants craft brews, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we have. That's all craft brews. We have, I don't know, 100 different craft brews on tap, and not on tap, maybe a little bit on tap, but a lot there to offer. So.
Well, listen, thanks for having us, and we're going to be at the wonderful location that is the Wooden Angel next Thursday, and we're going to talk a little sports now. Alex Sebastian Jr., my man.
Rob Pratte.
All right.
Stay Pasquale. Always good to see you guys.
Thank you. Now,
enjoy.
Let's talk about the
Derby.
Absolutely. The Run for the Roses, the 143rd. Some of the horses that I was doing a little research on today, these are the ones they say to watch, and fact or fiction as far as for you. And Mr. Arnaud would have been here tonight, but he's got a prior engagement, so he'll not be here. But Dave is, and that's good. Plus, both of them this Sunday on the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show at 11:30, talking about this incredible race that's coming up on NBC this Saturday. By the way, the NBC Sports Network all day long, and then of course the race that is the Run for the Roses will be seen wire to wire on NBC. Always Dreaming, Classic Empire, Gervin, and Gunnerva, along with Irish War Cry. Those are the ones that people in the know say we should watch. What do you think?
I don't think we should watch them at all. I mean, watch them, but as far as betting them, I think it's better. You're better off to watch them, but don't bet them.
Okay.
I don't like these horses that you mentioned: Classic Empire, Always Dreaming, Gunnerva, McCracken, and Irish War Cry. I don't like those horses to win this race. I think this race is wide open. I believe that there's going to be long shots, probably first, second, and maybe even third and fourth. This is a guess, of course, on my part, but I think the exotic bets this year are going to be huge.
Explain what that means.
So the exotics are, aside from a $2 bet on a horse, we're talking about a perfecta, the winner, first and second place horse, trifecta, first, second, and third, and the superfecta, first, second, third, and fourth. I think those bets are going to be huge, and if you have never bet a horse race before, you should bet, and you're going to bet this Saturday, you should bet some of the exotics and include some of these horses that you haven't named. But you're right, though. They are going to be the favorite. Classic Empire will be a tepid favorite at 4-1, probably. Always Dreaming will be about 5-1. Gunnerva 6. McCracken will be about 7-1. Irish War Cry will be about 10-1. I'm guessing that there's a good possibility that none of those 5 horses will hit the board. That's sticking my neck out, but that's my thinking. I think my favorite to win that race Saturday would be Hence. I like this horse. He's won a couple of races. He is a deep closer, and I kind of like deep closers, and I especially like long shots.
One of the things that I've learned from you and Ted, a mucker and a grinder is not necessarily a hockey term. So, by the way, Sidney Crosby did skate today. He is doing better, so that's good. But what about if it is a mudder's track? Does it really change as far as your thought process?
It certainly does. The dynamics will change considerably if it does get muddy, because obviously it's like anything else in sports. You know, some of them are going to like the mud, and there's going to be those that just hate it. You know, and those, obviously, the ones that hate it aren't going to run very well. Probably be difficult for deep closers to close on a very sloppy track. Just muddy, yeah, they could still do it, but if it's a very sloppy track, it's going to be tough for a deep closer to close on that. Deep closers, by deep closers, we're talking about a horse like Hence. There's a horse called Looking at Lee that is an especially deep closer. Just love this horse. You know, Sonneteer is another deep closer, and one of the interesting horses, most interesting horses in this race, is Thunder Snow. Comes over from Asia. He's run in England. He's done most of his running in England recently. Those horses from England that come over here that win the Dubai and the 2000 Guineas races, when they get over here, they don't do very well in the Kentucky Derby. This one, I think, will do very well.
I've told this story before, but many years ago when we were doing the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show up at the McKnight Road store, I noticed a man standing by the greeting cards. And I'm a big fan of Las Vegas and gaming, okay, because of Ted Arnaud. And I swore that this was Steve Wynn at Coons Market. I swear that it wasn't, obviously, but I'm a big fan of his and his story and how he began at the Frontier and, of course, the Wynn, and really Mr. Las Vegas, and done so much. My question to you is, and Ted and I talked about this, when are they going to make it legal as far as sports book across the country, just as they have with slot machines and obviously horse racing and the dog track down in Wheeling, and you've got gaming tables? Do you think that'll ever happen?
Well, I do. I think we're on the cusp right now. I mean, no matter where you go, all the casinos, for the most part, if they don't have off-track betting, of course they have the machines and the gaming tables. So we're getting closer to a nationwide approval of gambling at every level. And as I say, we're almost there now.
Well, I love the fact that Mountaineer and Prescow, and you've got the meadows and the rivers. Absolutely love it. Okay, you got the final, fastest 1 minute in video blogging when it comes to your thoughts on the Derby. Dave Pasquale.
Well, you know, again, my four horses on top are going to be Hence, Looking at Lee, Sonneteer, and Thunder Snow. I think those will be my four horses on top. There is another horse that I'm intrigued with, and he's going to be, I think, everybody's favorite. He's One-Eyed Horse, and that's he's coming out of the number 20 hole, which is difficult in and of itself. But the name of the horse is Patch. He is, and that Patch doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he's only got one eye, but he's as the son of a horse called Union Rags. If you recall,
I remember.
Union Rags is a horse that I guaranteed you would win the Belmont Stakes, and he did in fact win the Belmont Stakes. That's his son. So we're going to be rooting for Patch too.
So as Tony Bennett once said, truly a from rags to riches story. Ladies and gentlemen, from Thursdays in Bridgewater, Rob Pratte, Dave Pasquale, and Alex Sebastian, and our man Eric doing a great job on the AT&T phone. Have a great night. Good night.